movie channel. Thank you. All right, it's 7 in the morning here in France, kind of chilly, and I know, I said we were only going to stay 2 weeks at the Cannes Film Festival, but I just got carried away with the joie de vivre of these people here, and also I enjoy paying $5 every morning for a cup of mud. Anyhow, we're going to watch Cherry 2000 in a minute, but first I wanted to show you a couple clips from a movie that's never been seen before in the United States. I've been walking all over this city trying to find movies suitable to buy for drive-in theater, and this may be one of the strangest ones I have ever seen. The movie is called America Exposed. It's by the same man who made Jabberwock, you remember that? And it's this guy who just goes all over the country with a camera taking stories out of the National Enquirer and trying to actually put them on film. So I want you to watch this. The guy claims this is all authentic stuff. He doesn't fake any of this stuff. And then write in and tell me if this is, well, if this is weird enough for this show.
Relationships usually begin with a series of letters exchanged between the girl and her chosen prisoner. If the attraction is mutual, a wedding ceremony is then scheduled. As it is here, in this case in Florida, at the Jackson County Correctional Facility, where 16-year-old Christine, who requested her full name not be disclosed, is about to marry Steve, a felon convicted on 9 counts of manslaughter and aggravated assault. I just wanna do love.
Dear Christine, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband.
I do.
Do you, Steve, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
Yeah.
And by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. The ring, please. And I kiss the bride.
A special cell is improvised as the prison honeymoon suite. Total obedience and the willingness to undergo a little humiliation are just some of the requirements for acceptance into sorority Sigma Phi Alpha. Bravery is also put to the test with the traditional virgin sacrifice. The girls are tied up and must suffer hungry stallions nibbling on their oats.
God, that is powerful stuff. What do you think? See, they have got weird movies everywhere you go over here. People think it's all art films. Practically none of it's art films. This is the home of the drive-in movie. I'm thinking about moving here. They've got more sleaze over here than they've got in Texas. And also, you get to meet personally the sick minds and find out just how weird that they are. I met this guy, the creator of America Exposed, and here's a little bit of what the guy had to say. Where do you find this stuff?
Well, we keep a clipping file, and in New York, and whenever something interesting crops up, you know, we tear it out and we follow up on it.
Okay, well, let me know what you think about that, but right now we're going to watch Cherry 2000, the one that's like a cross between the Stepford Wives and Mad Max, with Melanie Griffith, Ben Johnson, and directed by my old Texas buddy, David Schmoller, a guy from the University of Texas Film School, who started out with The Seduction, that movie where Morgan Fairchild is stalked by Andrew Stevens and spends a lot of time in the hot tub. Great director. 28 dead bodies. I don't think we have a single naked breast in this one. Kind of disappointing there. A lot of stuff gets exploded in the desert. Great movie. I'll check with you after the show, and we'll have a little more patois on a cracker. And she says, a Pepsi? Okay. You know, the scary thing is, I know she's supposed to be a robot in the movie, but I've had real girlfriends like that. All right, next week, The Understudy, Graveyard Shift 2. It's a fairly decent vampire movie. And all right, we got enough time for a quick letter. This is from Derek Meineke of Old Saybrook, Connecticut. And he says, Dear Joe Bob Briggs, I was wondering if you show any unrated versions of films, such as Reanimator or Hellbound Hellraiser 2, and why haven't you shown any of the Living Dead pictures, particularly Dawn of the Dead, which is a legend even in this age of horror. Yours in blood and guts, Derek Meineke. All right, Derek, now normally we do not show unrated films on the movie channel, even though Hellbound did get an R rating in the version that came out in the theaters. I'm working on the high sheriffs, though, and I'm trying to get them to change that policy. And really, you don't want to get me started on that, because the whole world is getting crazy about the censorship of horror movies. Here in France, other European countries, you can't show diddly squat anymore because of these laws about violence. You can show naked breasts, you can't show violence. But if we did show unrated, Reanimator will definitely be one of the very first flicks that we show. And Frankenhooker is another one I'd like to see on the show. And then Dawn of the Dead, you're right, many people consider that the greatest horror flick ever made, and I would love to have it on the show, but all the rights, they tell me, are tied up. I will do what I can do, and we're working around the clock trying to get these drive-in classics onto the show, I promise you. If you've got some suggestions for us, or you want to get some free junk in the mail or my world-famous newsletter, then write in to the Movie Channel mailbox, P.O. Box 1264, Radio City Station, New York, New York 10101, and I will get back to you. So hang in there, au revoir, hasta la pasta, and always remember, the drive-in will never die. I got to get out of here.